Hello and welcome to the Streamline and Shine podcast. My name is Steff Bolton and I'm 1/3 of Bolton Virtual Solutions, a team made up of me, Mum, and my two daughters, Sam and Amy. Our family virtual assistant agency's absolute passion is helping time-poor female entrepreneurs with those ridiculously long to-do lists, because we all know how they get longer instead of shorter, so that they're able to focus on doing what they love. You're going to want to stick around if you find yourself constantly just doing this thing quickly instead of spending time with your family, or if you look at your list of tasks and feel like crying, or even if you're just simply wondering how to manage your time better and delegate to your team. We're going to be covering topics from social media to marketing, systems and processes to outsourcing, and so much more, so that you can see what's possible for you and your business. So let's get stuck in. Hello and welcome back to the Streamline and Shine podcast. And in this week's episode, I want to talk to you about why your marketing might be slipping through the cracks in your business and what effect it will have if it continues. Because let's be honest, when everything feels urgent, you've got client work, invoices, team messages, showing up online is usually the first thing to go. And then we end up beating ourselves up for being inconsistent, when really it's not about motivation, it's about your systems. So let's talk about why marketing is the first thing that we tend to let slide. So you've got clients waiting for deliverables, a team asking God knows how many questions, and you've got 72 notifications on your team management software or project management software. Of course, posting on Instagram is going to fall off the list. And the problem is that you're treating marketing like it's an extra rather than an essential. Because when business feels busy, visibility feels optional, but visibility is actually what keeps business flowing. You wouldn't skip client work for a week, but you'll skip showing up online. And that is why you're stuck in feast and famine cycles. So it's not because you're bad at marketing, it's that marketing isn't built into your operations. So if marketing depends on how inspired you feel that day, it's never going to feel consistent, because you're not going to feel inspired every day. And if there's no clear process, so no owner, no plan, no deadlines, it's always going to get bumped for something more important. So you need structure around your visibility, the same way you do for client delivery. You're going to have processes when it comes to delivering your clients' work that they're expecting. So marketing has to live inside your systems, not outside them. When content creation has no workflow, it becomes absolute carnage. There's ideas everywhere and nothing's finished. So that is where your systems come in, not just to save time, but to make sure that visibility actually happens. So a quick plug for you, because this is something that you're going to want to get your ears on. Scaling a Shit Show. It's our secret podcast series that's basically your business reality check in audio form. No bullshit, as ever. No corporate nonsense. Just me talking you through how to stop firefighting and start actually running your business like a CEO. It's free, it's spicy, and it's waiting for you. And you'll find the link in the show notes. So you don't need to be creating content every day. You just need a workflow. Batching is going to be your best friend. So either a week or a month in advance, whatever you can manage consistently and realistically. Have a single home for your content ideas. It's no good having some stuff in a Notion board, something in ClickUp, a simple spreadsheet, a notepad, your notes app on your phone. Have it all in one place. And here's the thing, make sure it's that place is somewhere that everyone can access. So if it's up in your head, it's not going to be any good to anyone. So then you need to decide who's responsible for what. Who's responsible for the ideas, the captions, the design, the scheduling, all of that. You need to decide who's responsible for each moving part. Then you need to use automation where you can. Scheduling tools, templates, repurposing, all of that kind of stuff you can automate. And the key is making it impossible for content to fall through the cracks. That is when marketing becomes part of your system and it's not just part of your mood, and everything will change. So when I say visibility, that isn't about vanity metrics, so your amount of followers or your amount of likes on a post. It's about staying top of mind. And the more consistently you show up, the easier sales will become. So you stop relying on luck or word of mouth. You actually build that momentum that you're going to need. And when you systemize it, it stops feeling like this massive draining task. And we hear it from clients all the time that you can't stay consistent when you're so busy. You haven't got the energy. You can't be bothered. It's not something you enjoy. But when you systemize it, it means that it's broken down into manageable chunks. And if you've got a team, great, because they can take a lot of it off of your hands. And that way it will still just happen. But if you haven't got a team, you can still break it down into manageable chunks. So you could spend half an hour on a Friday afternoon coming up with your ideas for the next week. And then on a Monday morning, you can write your captions. And then you can, if you've got your templates ready, you can just quickly change the text on what's needed. And it's ready to go. It's ready to schedule. So consistency compounds, and the only way to be consistent is to make visibility part of your operations, not an afterthought. So if your marketing keeps slipping through the cracks, don't blame your motivation, fix your systems. Start small, pick one platform. So if Instagram is your favourite place to be, and it's where a lot of your ideal audience are hanging around, pick that platform. One process, and then one routine you can stick to. So it's going to be different for everybody. I tend to get our content ready for the following week on a Wednesday, because then that gives me time to delegate it to the girls. They've got time to get it ready, and then it's done for the following week. Sorted. So visibility isn't about doing more. It's about making sure that the important stuff actually gets done. So that is the end of this week's episode. I hope it's been something for you to think about. Is your marketing process smooth? Is it something that needs a bit of a tweak? Is it something that actually needs creating? So yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I'll see you next week. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Streamline and Shine. If you have questions on what we covered inside, please feel free to reach out to us on Instagram at Bolton_virtual_solutions, or you can email us at teambolton@boltonvirtualsolutions.co.uk. We absolutely love hearing from our amazing community and are always here to support you. If you'd like to be interviewed on a future episode, please drop us an email letting us know which topic you'd like to speak about, and we'll get back to you. See you on the next episode, lovelies.